version 2 of Bleed or Bleed for Me. I took my time going through life. I've been caught up in some of this fight. I've taken some bullets, I've taken some knives, I've taken it all to win the fight. But I wasn't fighting for me, I was fighting for you. And the only question I have is, will you be true? Bleed, bleed, bleed for me. Bleed, bleed, bleed for me. Now here we go out on the battlefield of life. You may not like this song, but I promise you tonight it'll be in your head for the rest of your life. And the only question I have is, will you bleed tonight? Bleed, bleed, bleed for me. Bleed, bleed, bleed for me. I said now bleed, bleed, bleed for me. Bleed, bleed, bleed for me. In closing, let me make sure you understand these words of this song is from a broken-hearted man. I bled for my family, I bled for you. Just sing along, this song is for you. Bleed, bleed, bleed for me. Bleed, bleed, bleed for me. Bleed, bleed, bleed for me. Will you bleed for me? Bleed, bleed, bleed for me. Bleed, bleed, bleed for me. Will you bleed for